everybody. All right, we have most everybody in the room, so let's just go ahead and dive into the information and get started. I'm going to share my screen and I'm just going to walk you through this. Let me get everything set up here. And again, thank you guys for being here. I'm going to just do a Legacy Builders walkthrough with you. You're going to learn tonight how families are building an automated income. All right. So if you've ever wondered why some build real income online while others burn out trying, you're going to understand the difference today. So by the end of this, you are going to know what it is, and you're going to know what it isn't, and you're going to know whether it's a fit for you or not. So let's talk about what the Legacy Builders program isn't. So if you've been burned before, then this is for you. So let me share with you a little bit about myself. I'm actually the founder of the Legacy Builders program. And when I created this program, I had you in mind. It was how can families not sacrifice more time with their family, and how can families not work hard to get a customer and make a small percent, but how families can have more time and more income. So this was geared for busy families, and it's grown a community of over 60,000 people since we've launched, and people from all over the world, and you're going to be able to meet that tonight. So this is a few things that the Legacy Builder program isn't. We're not an MLM. There's no downline structure. There's no building teams. There's no cold direct messaging there on the internet strategy. There's no hustle culture in disguise here. This is not a get rich quick scheme. It's not a build a huge following first scheme. And it is not theory with no real system. So what the Legacy Builder program is, it is a real digital business education and mentorship platform. It's built for people with busy lives. So you get a complete system, not a course. And it's actually a proven system. You get weekly live mentoring plus a very active community to support you through your entire journey. A 2 hour a day workflow that you can actually follow. Our motto, structure equals freedom. We like to teach you to get so good with a few hours a day so you have more time to do the things that you love. Imagine mastering the 2 hour workflow. That gives you 22 hours in the day to do the things that you love. We provide multiple income streams to choose from. Immediately, you get to unlock up to 10, but there's other ways to make money as well. You get AI and automations that run in the background. I'm going to share with you, when you hear automations, some people think of expense. No, our automated system is at no monthly expenses to you. That again was something that was so important to me. How can families start building a business while they're learning how to earn with no monthly expenses? You have the ability to have a bilingual business in Spanish and in English. And yes, you're in business for yourself because you get to keep 100% of the profit, but you're never in business by yourself. So it's not you, by the way, if you've tried things before and you've struggled, it's the model. So I'm going to share with you 4 reasons most never make $1 online, or they don't make a lot of money online, even though they spend a lot of time. Okay. Huge difference, right? We don't want you spending a lot of time to make a little money. We want you spending a little time to make a lot of money. So one, no clear offer, right? That's one of the biggest problems. So you can post and you just never sell anything. No offer equals no income. Or the offer could be trading time for dollars. No real audience. Strangers don't buy without trust, and everyday sales can be an uphill. Or the model with no automations, which every dollar requires another hour. The business owns people, not the other way around, right? You want systems to run your business. Number 4, no mentorship. They're guessing alone, and guessing is the slowest path to nowhere. So, what if you had everything in one place and in the right order? So, let me explain. What if you had a clear, proven offer where you could make 100% profit? What if you could literally learn an attraction marketing strategy so you could not have to do that cold outreach, but you could become that magnet on social media and attract your ideal customers to you? What if you could have a pre-built system with no monthly expenses and mentorship live every single week? The 4 problems we have solved with one program and with one community. And that's what the Legacy Builder program and the digital growth community is all about. So here's my question for you before we keep on going here. And I want you to drop a yes in the chat if you've ever felt any of these. I want income without losing my evenings. You might have a full-time job. You're like, I don't want my evenings consumed with this. Or you're tired of guessing alone, or you're ready for a real system with no hype. Put yes in the comments if that is you. You're ready. Woohoo! Awesome. I love it, love it, love it. Then you are in the right place. So let me introduce you to the Legacy Builders Blueprint. 3 pillars. Every successful online business has all 3, by the way. So pillar number 1, a clear offer. Imagine the moment you launch your business, you unlock 10 income streams immediately. You don't have to do a lot of work or go find gigs or do this or that. Like, it can unlock immediately once your website is set up. But it also includes the ability to make additional income streams with affiliate marketing, UGC brands, TikTok shop, or reoccurring income. Reoccurring income is like what we have now. We all have reoccurring bills, right? How would you love to learn how to create a reoccurring income around that? That is what I absolutely love. That's how we build legacy wealth, by the way. And a 2-hour workflow. Learn how to get your income producing activities done in 2 hours a day. So you have more time to do the things that you love. And automations. You have a system that runs for you while you live your life with no monthly expenses. And a big bonus, it builds your email list. Email equals income. Now, many of you are probably hearing automations and have no idea what that means. That's okay. It's pre-built, which means all you have to do is follow the videos to connect it to your own domain so you can build your brand, and connect it to your payment gateway. So when you get a customer, you are paid directly into your bank account. So I want to get really clear on this, because this to me is so important. This is for you if you want freedom, not another hustle. This is for you if you're ready to build something real. And this is for you if you value family first and you want to be part of a heart-centered community. And this is for you if you'll trade your ego for a system and just let the system do the work for you. Stop thinking you have to do everything. Now, this isn't for you if you're chasing get rich quick, or this isn't for you if you want results without learning a system. And this isn't for you if you'd rather post your way to burnout. And this isn't for you if you're not willing to show up. But if you're willing to show up, and if you're willing to learn an amazing posting strategy, and if you're willing to plug into a proven system and literally realize success is possible if you just are willing to gain in knowledge and learn a few new skills, then this is absolutely for you. So you might be asking, why do we sell digital programs? Here's why. The world is going digital. The e-learning industry is the fastest growing industry out there. Digital programs have so many advantages for you, by the way. There's no inventory risk. There's no refunds. Provide people with a real solution. There's no upfront manufacturing costs. So if there's no upfront costs, that means you get to keep 100% of the profit off of each sale. No sharing your profits with anyone. And it unlocks a global business. And because it's digital, you can sell to anyone in the world. And it's easier to reach income goals because you have a higher ticket. One customer equals $1,400. Let me ask you this question in the chat. Let me know, how many $1,400 sales would you need on a monthly basis to cover your biggest expense, which is your rent or your mortgage? Let me know in the comments. Of $1,400 customers, how many would you need on a monthly basis? Michelle says 1. Kim says 3. 2. Yeah, average I get is 2 or 3. Imagine if that's your first goal. Let's just get you so good with your online business that you attract 2 to 3 customers a month and your biggest expenses taken care of. That is what I absolutely love. And here's what's great. That money goes into your pocket, not into a company's pocket. So you don't have to share your profits with anyone. Okay, so I just want you to imagine this real quick. Just imagine this with me right now. 6 months from now, you understand how online income works. You understand digital marketing. You understand automations and what a capture page is and what a sales page is and a funnel page is. And you develop new digital skills and you're building something of your own and you're creating new income opportunities so you can truly leave that legacy for your family. I just want you to imagine that for a minute. So now what I want to do is because I want to show you what an automated system looks like. So this is called a capture page. This is your pre-built system that you get, right? This is how we build an email list. If you walk away with anything today, email equals income. People put their email in and they're given the freedom from a blueprint. This is what your sales page looks like. And if you guys literally want to grab the pages off the sales page and go to Fiverr right now and say, hey, how much would you charge me to build this page? Because I think there's a total of 5, 6, 11 pages. It's about $3,000 to $6,000 to build this. And you get this for a one-time investment of a website fee of either $39 or $69. Pre-built, proven to work, okay? So this is actually what your website's going to look like, what you get. But I want to show you something. I want to show you the programs because there's many different options to get started, okay? And yes, you get to be part of our amazing community. Matter of fact, let me show you our community real quick, okay? And then this is what it looks like. This is the phases that you get inside the program. But let me just show you our community because this is where you get to be part of. This is where the magic happens. This is where you get to feel part of something. You get your questions answered. So yes, you're in business for yourself, but never by yourself. So let me just kind of share with you. So we get daily videos to help you move your business to the next level. Here's announcing the webinar that we have going on right now. Look at this, $1,800. She had a $1,400 customer, a $100 and a $300 come in. How awesome is that? She just had a $1,400 while she was in bed. That's awesome. Alana from South Africa has made daily pay for the last 8 days. How cool is that? Regina has got her first lead from the US from free ads. We have a free ad strategy. So for those of you that are like, I'm uncomfortable on social media, start with the free ad. There you go. And she's been wanting to get in other countries, so that's pretty exciting. Jennifer, she likes this one transaction, crazy, right? She got a customer made $1,400. Now she's in South Africa. So that's a lot of money there. Tanya, I just actually interviewed her the other day. It's amazing. I can't wait for you guys to hear her story. $900 before 8 a.m. So this is just an example of some of the stuff. Look, Bridget, 1400 going on. Tuck the kids in bed and a $1,400 Dean came in while on the sofa. So grateful for how simple this is. I love it. She's one of our six-figure earners inside our community as well. Christina's one of our six-figure earners. She, for some odd reason, makes money at every basketball, baseball game that her kids have. It's so fun to see. But this is an example of just some of the wins that are happening, inside our community. But I want to show you this. I want to go to the map. Look where we are literally all over the world. This shows the people literally when I'm telling you we are global, we are literally all over the world. How cool is that? You get to be part of a global business. Now, I'm just a gal from Kansas. If you would have told me 3 years ago I was going to grow a community and have almost 10,000 people in South Africa, I would have said, are you crazy? But look at that. Saudi Arabia even has people. We are literally, when I mean we're global, we are literally all over the world. That's what you get to be part of. We have weekly calls. Like today, I literally just did a training today. Let me see if I can find it on here. That we just had like your story simplified, but today I did a training on I don't know where it went, on understanding the 3 stages of a buyer. Next week, you get training with Daryl Hannah inside our community. He's going to share a story with you tonight. He's made over $700,000. So you are trained by the people having success, getting the results. You get to learn from them. And what's great is that training is at no additional cost to you. This is a 90-day run that we have going on. Matter of fact, when you make the decision to get started, I'm going to have you start here because I want you to see these videos. Look at this, super short videos, 5 minutes. Just watch one a day. One a day is going to compress your learning curve, 3 minutes. So we're not talking overwhelming and a lot of stuff, right? We do live calls. The recordings are put in here every single week. You have tech questions. We have a complete tech module. These webinars that you're on, we have them to help you grow your business. Here's the resources on that. If you are literally brand new to social media, I would start here with your 30-day momentum map. This is how you grow a following and grow an email list and grow a customer base. We have additional social media training. We have a content vault that has testimonials inside of here. So we literally have everything to truly equip you for success, okay? So I'm going to come back to here because this is what your phases look like inside your training. The foundation phase, we're going to get you started right, get that CEO mindset and clarity. Attraction, we're going to teach you how to get attraction and build awareness so you don't have to spend hours in direct message. We're going to teach you engagement, how to build trust in relationships. We're going to teach you how to turn engagement into income and how to leverage. You're going to learn the most innovative AI training. AI is never going to take you out of business, but not knowing AI will. And then you're going to learn how to monetize. This is additional income streams that you're going to learn. Okay. So now to get started, we have our Legacy Builders Bundle Pack. It's a one-time investment of $1,400. This gives you every single thing you need in the digital space to be very successful. So it's a one-time $1,400 website fee, unlocks 10 income streams, which has a value. Those income streams have a value of over $6,000 that you get immediate access to. If you just sold one of each of them this month, you'd have over $6,900 in your pocket. That was something that was important. So you have a one-time investment of $1,400 and then a one-time $69 website fee. That's going to give you two websites, one in Spanish, one in English, so you can build a global business in two languages. One customer gets you in profit mode. We have our Legacy Builders Bundle Pack for $900. That still unlocks four income streams, so you get over $1,000 of income streams that you can make. It's a one-time $900 investment and a $39 website fee. And again, one customer gets you in profit mode. If those are not in your goals or your budget, then you can start with one of these. We have our digital mastery that still unlocks UGC and brand deals and TikTok shop, and you still get three resale right income streams. We have our passive daily pay blueprint for 300 or our launch pad for 100. Each of them come with an additional $39 website fee. And again, one customer gets you in profit mode. So many people ask me, well, Michelle, why do you offer 5 different programs? Because we know one size doesn't fit all. With having different countries, different backgrounds, different goals, we want to make sure to have a program that fits you where you are and we meet you on your path. No matter what program you purchase, you get to be part of our amazing community. Now, when I launched my business in 2022 in the digital world, I knew nothing about digital marketing. I learned and I teach you the steps that I learned that has given me my life and my time back with my family. But one of the biggest shocking parts was the fact that you could make daily pay in multiple different categories, but to build such a global business without spending any money on marketing, it is possible because of that attraction marketing strategy that we teach you. So what I want to do right now is I want to actually pass it over to New Zealand because I think it's so cool that we have people literally all over inside our community. And Evan, are you with us, my friend? There you are. I would love for him to share his story with you and why he chose the Legacy Builders program. Evan, I'm gonna let you take it away. And by the way, you guys, this is his first time sharing, so let's give Evan some love. So thank you, Evan, for being here.
Awesome. Thanks, Michelle. Can everyone hear me right? It's coming through right?
Perfect. Yes.
Good. We've got good internet connection. That is good. Hey, everyone, my name's Evan Jean Tate. I've been actually in this program since May of 2024. Sort of two parts to the story. First part is, guys, not my first online business. I had tried a few different online businesses. The reason was back where I used to live in Auckland, my young daughter at the time, man, it was crazy time. Really expensive, way more expensive now, to be honest, everyone in Auckland. But I was working really long hours. I had after hours work, and every day on the train, I'd flick on Facebook and stuff, and be scrolling through social media, and I kept seeing these people online somehow. They were actually able to, not work for anyone. They didn't have a job. They didn't have to report to a boss. They didn't have to get stuck in traffic every day. And it got me thinking, hey, hang on a minute. There's actually a way to, be able to work online and actually have your own business. You don't need all these people, supporting you and stuff and investments and all that. That's what kind of got me into looking at an online business. So my start's a little bit different, and maybe some people here might relate to it if they've tried out other online businesses or you're in an online business now, but you're finding you're working like 10 to 11-hour days. That was me up until May of 2024. 10 to 11-hour days. Because I had clients overseas, so I had to be on the phone all the time. I had to be on Zoom meetings with them. So sales calls, follow-up meetings, tons of expenses. Sure, we were bringing in money online, but I didn't actually get what I wanted in an online business, Like I wanted more time with my kids because by that point I altogether got three kids. So I got two twin boys as well. And I was actually looking for some other clients. I think it was around sort of March or April of 2024. And I started seeing people who were in this program. And I thought, how are these guys doing an online business if they're not getting on the phone talking to people? How are they? Because that's what I thought in my mind. You needed sales scripts. You needed to, jump on Zoom. You needed to have, follow-up calls. That was my thinking back in. And wow, it's so much easier in this program, let me tell you. So also for anyone in New Zealand, anyone that's watching here who's in New Zealand or you're in Australia, guys, let me tell you, it doesn't matter in the world where you're based, because I do know there's a lot of people in this country and also Australia as well that think, oh yeah, it's all great. It's in America, it's in Canada. They're able to do this online business. Maybe it's not going to work for me. Guys, this does work. This is the only business I do. Okay. I've been in it since May of 2024. It's allowed me to be home for my kids all the time. I went to the gym earlier this morning, whereas back when I was at a job, but I'd have to be, um, I'd be stuck in meetings and stuff, and it's crazy how your life can really change once you start, building up a system where you don't need much time to spend on each day. You don't need, really any expenses at all, and you just make it work for you and your family. And the cool thing as well is, guys, even us based here in New Zealand, or if you're based in Australia now, you've got access to this program to be able to sell in United States dollars, which is almost like double here in New Zealand, right? Once you've converted it around. And that's massive. Okay. The other week, I shared in our community, I had a $3,900 week. And that's like almost like 2.5 times the average salary in New Zealand. I didn't have to go to a boss, didn't have to get stuck in traffic, and stuff. And it's big, that is a really big thing. And sometimes I forget, there was a time when this didn't happen, you know. So for any of the dads, I don't want to go on too long because I know there's a few other guys that want to share as well. But for any of the dads here in the community, anyone in New Zealand, Australia, anyone not based in America, but of course people based in America as well, guys, this does work. You're going to learn some really important skills that you can actually take forwards to other businesses in the future if you want to as well. Because online businesses, people like Michelle and others in this community, we have multiple income streams. So this is actually just the start. Okay. All right. I'll probably just leave it there for that just for today. But hopefully it provided a bit of insight. It does work for us here in New Zealand as well. If anyone's here on the call and they're in New Zealand, Australia, just want to, get some more information, just reach out to me afterwards. I'm sure we can find a way to make it happen. Yeah, I'll just leave it there. I'll leave the floor for someone else.
Thank you so much for sharing it. Congratulations on your success and for being here and for sharing. Great, great story. Woo! Love it, love it. Yeah, no matter where you live in the world, it definitely can work for you, that's for sure. Now I want to keep it here in the United States a minute. I would love Logan to come and share his story. He's a super busy dad and he tried things before and I'm gonna share with him what he's seen in this program. So Logan, are you with us, my friend?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect. Thanks for being here.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me. My name's Logan Bidwell, husband, father of four. So our kids keep us busy. We've got, 19 all the way down to eight. I work a full-time job. I've always dreamed of being my own boss, much like most of y'all probably, but living in a one-stoplight town in the Texas Panhandle, I've seen a lot of things start up and fail, and I wasn't willing to risk my paycheck to put my family at jeopardy. And so I was just used to the overtime side hustles. I tried some other things, multi-level marketing, spent a lot of time for not a lot of trade-off trying to build teams, um, trying to motivate people that weren't motivated. And it was frustrating. And then when that company changed compensation plans and went direct to customer, we lost everything. We lost thousands of dollars a month. We lost our team. We just everything. And so I kind of given up hope on that side of things, started a lawn mowing business, thought I would get some employees to mow for me and create some passive income. What I learned was that was not what I got. I got a lot more headaches, customers, employees, yards that didn't get mowed, and that left me mowing yards evenings and weekends, dealing with customers, trying to juggle that around my job. And I was burnt out. My family was burnt out. I was working 14-hour days overhead with equipment, fuel, loading up in my truck, and seeing the disappointment on my family's face when I got home from work and said, "Hey, I got to change clothes and go mow some yards. Love y'all. We'll see you later." And I'd get home no different than when I was chasing the overtime, going to work when my family's in bed and getting home when they're in bed. And I got tired of eating dinner off the stove by myself and not seeing my family. I always say that, I don't believe that me and my wife got married. God bless us with four wonderful kids to never get to spend time with them. And it really wasn't ever getting us ahead, anyways. And so I ran across a lady's content on Facebook talking about digital marketing. I didn't know the first thing about it. And honestly, she was in a big, beautiful house and talking about she made like $50,000 in 4 months. And I was like, great for her. And I scrolled on. Well, then the way the algorithm works, I saw somebody else that was more down to earth, more kind of my style, talking about she was having $900 days on repeat. And I was like, there is no way, like in 2 hours a day. But I was curious enough to drop my email in and I started getting some information. And, I let my stinking thinking get a hold of me and thought, I've never done anything online. I don't have a following, never created content, completely outside my wheelhouse. But saw one of these webinars and I was like, man, like everyday people are doing this. They're doing it. They're having 5,000, 10,000, $20,000 months. And again, I let my stinking thinking get a hold of me a little bit, but I limited my belief. And I was like, if I could just make 900 bucks a month, like that would cover the truck payment and we could put that money on that $30,000 in credit card debt. But then I started doing the math and I was like, if I could do that every month, like we actually have a path forward out of that high interest credit card debt that was crushing us, medical debt. And but I was like, if I could do 900 bucks a month, why couldn't I do 900 bucks a week and just continue to learn and grow? And it's just a new skill. And I knew that I would be coachable and consistent and have grown it to having 5,000 to $7,000 months. But more than that, oh, it's giving me 40 to 60 hours a month back with my wife and kids. Because this is something I can work in the pockets of my day. That time I was doom scrolling, wasting time on social media, flipping through the TV, going, man, there's nothing on. I just started trading some of that time to plug into the training, to create some content, to post some free ads. I thought I'll just do faceless and I'll do free ads because creating content terrified me. But I saw other people learning how to show up and learning the confidence to show up and just share their story. And I was like, man, I can get out of my comfort zone for that. I can get out of my comfort zone for my family and our future. And I know it's just going to continue to grow and forever grateful that God opened the door. Yes, I had to walk through it. Forever grateful for the training, the community of support. Um, it's just wild. And now, I mean, I've started my own community, turning into passive recurring income, getting to just lock arms with other guys and help them along the way. Is just wild. And I had no idea when I got started just the endless amount of possibilities because now I've even created a system for a very specific group of people and it's going to be passive recurring income. And guys, I I hope that you see that if we can do it, you can do it too. It's not just for women. It's not for just stay-at-home people, people that have all kinds of time. You can fit it literally in your lunch breaks, a little before work, after work, when the kids go to bed. You're your own boss. You don't have a time clock. You don't have anybody to report to. But yeah, I appreciate the time, Michelle. I hope you guys see that you can. You can build an online business that could absolutely change your life in 2026.
Absolutely. Oh, thank you so much for sharing. And I'm so proud of you that you created your own community and you're working on reoccurring income streams. And that just shows you what's possible when you have the training and the mentorship behind it. So, so proud of you. And I love that I can tell you love your family and I love that you get so much time with them now. That's what it's all about right there. Yeah. Thank you so much. Oh, so good. So, Khalif, my friend, are you with us? Oh my gosh, I can't wait for you to share your story. You should be able to unmute. Try again. There you are. Woohoo!
I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Are you hearing and seeing me?
Woohoo! We see you. Yes. How are you doing?
Amazing. I'm trying to get this light right. Let me flip this around so you guys can see my face.
Thank you for being here.
No, thanks for having me, Michelle. I guess I'll tell my story from when I discovered this. I was working third shift overnight security jobs, and to make ends meet, I started pulling 12-hour, 16-hour. If there was even like a 24-hour overnight shift, I was taking it because at that time, that's the only way I knew how to get more. But I was trading all my time for it. And the thing that kind of broke me is that taking my daughter to school and then picking her up, I was on my phone, you know, um, with that outfit because I was on call. And she's like, Dad, I just wish when you pick me up, we could just talk about my day. You weren't having to send emails. You weren't having to be on a conference call with somebody. And man, somebody started cutting onions. And that's when I realized I had to do something different. But at that time, I didn't know what. So I came across Michelle on uh, TikTok and just watched her content and went to her page and started binging. Um, but at the time, funds were low and debts were high, and I really wanted to get going. But the highest package, I couldn't even fathom getting rid of that money at that time with the way I was thinking about earning money. So I started with the entry package, and Michelle can attest to it. This thing started working for me, and I just slowly kept reinvesting into the business. Then I bought the next one up. Then I bought the next one up until I was within my first 3 or 4 months. I had the highest package, and then the legacy builder got released. And same thing, using the profits from this business to roll into myself. And it's just been magical. Um, it helped me get out of that third shift overnight job and replace that income, not only replace it, but double what I was making there. Again, following this system a couple of hours a day. I was working an extra 20 to 30 hours a week. So I was able to buy all that time back. Um, and the biggest thing for me was we were expecting um, at one point during my journey, and my wife got really, really sick. And we found out um, she was having twins. So she never really got better. So she ended up, in hindsight, being in the hospital for almost 3 months. But I remember the first 48 hours while I was in the hospital, not even able to work the business because the internet was terrible. And I was there with her um, after getting some kind of comfort and waking up and checking my phone. I seen $900 came in. And that blew my mind because, again, I'm feeling down on myself. I can't work the business. And this is where the automations in the business kind of changed my outlook, is that I didn't have to be actively working it 24/7, right? That content was already out there. So that came in. That was great. Elated. Woke up the next morning. Two more sales came in, another 9 and another 600. So while we we're stuck in the hospital, the business covered our rent for the month. And I just was so grateful to imagine not having to, get irritated because I had to call off for work, right? Couldn't make it to work. Like there's a convenient time for your wife to get ill, right? And our rent was taken care of for the month within the first 48 hours of being in the hospital. And that's just one instance of a whole bunch that once you guys are inside, you can see that I've posted since being in the community. Another one was just outside of the money that was made. I was having an issue in my business and I was racking my brain about it for days. And I got on a Zoom call, talked to Michelle just like this, and she literally fixed my problem in 5 minutes. And that's the difference with investing in mentorship. It's literally, I was talking to my friend Candy, who you guys may have the opportunity to meet. And I was saying that this is the elevator to success because you don't know what you don't know. But you have a community of over 60,000 people now at literally your fingertips that are doing exactly what you're doing. I haven't run into anything like this. And what I can say is that I wish I found it sooner because I got started right away, but it would have saved me a lot of time, heartache, and frustration. And, being able to go from my daughters wishing they could spend time with me to me being able to be at their birthday parties and make enough money through the business while I'm enjoying their party that covers the party now instead of wondering how I'm going to cover it. So, if you're looking for something and you know you're destined for more and you want more, but you don't know how to get it, this is what I call Walmart Velcro shoes. And that's something everybody can handle. So, um, I'd say do it scared, do it afraid, and we have plenty of belief for you guys to borrow until you're the next testimonial.
Thank you so much for sharing. And I'm just, I love your heart. And I do, I love your journey, how you're like, I'm doing this. I start here and you would get customers and invest, get customers and invest, and you worked your way all the way up. Love your story. And I know this is just the beginning for you. 2026 is going to be an amazing year for you, my friend.
Indeed, I'm looking forward to sharing mine and hearing all of yours, guys. I appreciate you all for giving me the time to watch me gab at you.
Thank you for being here. Woo, love it. Love it. All right. Ooh, so powerful. Hopefully you guys have like you're seeing some of these stories, you're like, I can really relate to that, right? That's what I love. It has nothing to do with your past or your current circumstances. None of that defines you. It's the moment when you have the courage to take that uncomfortable action when everything can change. So speaking of change, I would love James to come on and share. He has an amazing story of James, are you with me, my friend?
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Hello.
What's going on? I want to just start with the dads out there, especially if you've had that time in your life where you've done something big before. So you know what it feels like to have a win. But then when you look at your bank account, when you see where life is, it's just not where you thought it would be. And one of the things I really love about what you've taught us here, Michelle, like we learn how to build ourselves in a way that I forgot because with digital marketing and affiliate marketing, a lot of us were just so hungry to make our life better that we don't end up marketing the right way. We just want our website link to promote. And then when nobody buys from us, we think it's the program, but like I stopped learning how to share my story because it was just grind, try to make the sale, try to make the sale. And earlier, that used to work back in the day. So I hit leaderboards, and there was a point when, I was building success up, but nobody knew me, right? It was just like, okay, well, if I get lucky and join a program first, like people try to catch that wave. Once that runs out, then what do? You can't really build a legacy starting over, starting and stopping and starting and stopping. And there was a point when I caught like a phase where like things were going down for me, and it was because I was getting lost in that whole marketer. When I got with this program, I learned how to share my story. I learned about even the reasons why I started in the first place before any result, like what was the core thing that kept me going. And it was just that feeling when I would have to put bills over doing something nice for my family, and that's a challenge. That how do you get past that? And if you hear meowing, that's my cat. His name is Prince. He just loves to meow when I'm live or like doing stuff. So I'm going to keep going. But like one of the things is before digital marketing, I was doing music. I thought I had my life made. I was working for a very popular TV show, a hip hop show that was coming on every day. I was also writing music. I ended up writing the theme song for this show. It was playing every day. So when I thought music was going to be my way to make it, like I really did, like a small little sneak peek. It went, it's the deal, the deal. You better tune into it because your favorite artist will. If you nice and you rhyme and signed and got skills and you want recognition, spit your game, then you will. Now I'm not gonna do the whole thing, but like it aired, like I really like partially made it. But then the show, it went off air. Music just went downhill. Nothing was really working. I started working with children with developmental disabilities because my younger sister has Down syndrome. And I just feel like you have to go through all phases of life to really appreciate when you have something good. So I experienced like the highs hanging out with celebrities to then just being like a bigger brother, taking children with like Down syndrome or autism to the park. And I loved it, but they pay us so little. I was getting paid $10 an hour in New York City. So I'm making less than $2,000 a month. I always had this dream of being an amazing provider for my family. Now I'm so broke. Me and my wife had to sell our stuff on Craigslist just to pay some bills. And like, bills keep coming back. And so it's like, I'm looking for jobs. I'm trying to figure it out. And I see people on Craigslist talking about digital marketing. So that's when I made my first attempt at this alone, and I kind of made it alone just because I wasn't going to give up for my family, but I didn't have community. It was like it's tough to do it by yourself. When I found this program 2 years ago, 2024, I was so excited because right before I was promoting an opportunity, and Michelle, you happen to get the same blueprint, but you made $1 million in 17 months. So I already was thinking, forget the commission size. When people ask, would you be a part of a program if there was no comp plan? I was thinking, man, the way Michelle is winning, I would love to have a mentor finally and learn those skills. I would 100% be a part of this community without a comp plan because your environment matters so much. Like just seeing other people get positive results. There's times when I don't feel like taking action. I'll see Logan's results or I'll see Daryl or just so many other people. And it's like, you know what? It's not about me. There's someone out there who needs it. And the program is still working because people will look for signs. Oh, maybe it's saturated, even though there's billions of people in the world. But it's like when you see someone new every day get positive results, you realize that it's not about you. It's about other people out there. And like, I just love being around the right environment, seeing people succeed, seeing new people take action, us supporting each other. Like I get happy when I see somebody make $100 sale or a 1,400. We're not judging the size, where you choose to start is just up to you, but we're here to support. So, if somebody could go from music to having to sell their stuff on Craigslist to finding Michelle, and then my first 30 days, I made $12,600. I didn't come from a silver spoon background. And this is the kind of life I wanted if I would have made it in music. But I don't have to be famous. I don't have to have like an image. I just get to help people. So I'm super thankful and really thank you for really teaching me how to share my story again. Because it's like now I know I can stand out anywhere I go. Where before I really was just now a marketer. Like, oh, you know what I mean? So this is the right environment, and anybody willing to learn here, you just have to know you're in the right place because digital marketing is filled with the hype of like just getting started and the money roll in. And this stuff is not like a casino or like a slot machine where like the money just pours in because you got started. We get the steps that we need to know how to build ourselves, to brand ourselves, and to actually build our own following. So anywhere we go, people feel safe buying from us, which is like the real key. We are the product, and the more we learn, the better we get. So that's just my story from music to hitting leaderboards. It's really because of the guidance that we have here in the community. So that's my story, and I'm super grateful for being a part of this.
Oh, James, thank you so much for sharing. And I love your story
Thank
because
you.
it's proof that no matter what has happened in the past or your current circumstances, none of that defines you. And you literally took this program. I mean, what did you end up making? Like 30K in 90 days, right?
Yep, 30K in 90 days. And then even like the last week, 4 people took action with me, and then 2 in my other things. So I'm on the leaderboard now. So yeah, it's just, and it just the confidence from this community. Like I'm 100% certain I'll be one of those 1,000 millionaires that you want to
Like,
help
yes, you
create.
will. No doubt, my friend, no doubt. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank
I
you so
love
much.
it. Woo, I love it. All right, I'm gonna pass it over to Daryl now. Daryl, you with us?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Everybody
Woo.
doing, man, I love these testimonials. I think this is the first time we ever had an all men thing because a lot of time people just assume that women are. I know it's a female dominated industry, but there are men who are winning. So it's really really good to see James and who I've been in other opportunities in the past with, and Logan, just seeing these guys' success, and even Khalif as well. But guys, I'm hoping these stories are all great. And I tell people all the time, Michelle, everybody has a story that can make them at least $10,000 a month. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. And so I'm hoping that what I share with you guys inspire you guys, because guys, I'm just a regular guy. When I tell you, it doesn't matter where you come from. I'm from a town of 800 people. I'm one of 14 siblings. I grew up on welfare in the projects. I had roaches in my house. I can go on all day. But the good thing about it is this: there was no internet in the 80s and 90s. There was no social media. There was no digital marketing. If it was, I didn't know anything about it, right? But prior to me founding this business, I was just like, probably for 30 years, I just worked a regular job, just a blue collar factory worker, driving forklifts, tow motors, production, assembly, picking, packing, anything in a warehouse, in a factory. Just all I known is 12-hour days all my life. That's it. Like, I mean, I really just thought I was just gonna just be one like my grandfather. All he ever did was hard manual labor. My dad, manual labor. My mama, manual labor. The egg doesn't fall that far from the the thing doesn't fall that far from the tree, as they say. And I'm just, you just think that's what you're gonna do, right? So after spending basically 30 years and working for in corporate America, I spent 14 years at a job welding, guys, 12 hours a day. I'm talking about literally legalized like slave work in a hot factory, 100 degrees. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. There was a stretch where we had like 7 years for 12 hours a day. Like that was you were coming in the middle of the summer, and like right about now, even and this place is still up. They come in and right after April, and they say, "Hey, we're on 12 hours till further notice. That'll last to November." And it has a high turnover rate because people just can't continue that type of lifestyle. But I did because I didn't have no other choice. I didn't have no emergency fund. I didn't have no side hustles. I was working myself in the ground to pay bills. Broke, stressed out, behind on the bills. Almost became an alcoholic. I was so stressed. I can remember times I worked and my check would be like $900. It would take me 68 hours to work to bring home 900. And sometime on that Friday, my bills would be $875. Do the math. And you don't get paid for another 7 days, and sometimes they mess up your check, right? And three-time employee of the month. I mean, I was the guy, the brown nose would say, the company man. That was me, right? I rented an apartment with 7 other welders, and they just come in on a Tuesday in the middle of December one year, basically just told me, hey, we're moving in another direction. And this department isn't going. You figure if you've been there for 14 years, almost 15, you got some seniority. Them days over with. I realized real quickly when they basically told me they couldn't put me anywhere, I caught myself outside the gate. I was crying. In an instant, like within like less than like 3 weeks, guys, I was homeless. But before I was even homeless, I spent 3 weeks sleeping in my car in the woods, in out by a park. I had to sleep in Walmart parking lots. I done brushed my teeth in Hardee's parking lots. Like when I say rock bottom, I was rock bottom. And that's before I spent the next 11 and a half months in a homeless shelter. And I'm just trying to I'm trying to suck this all in because I'm trying to accept the fact and gather this information that the same people who pinned a three-time employee of the month pin on me sitting parking beside the plant manager in the building is the same people that just cut me loose. They didn't ask me, hey, we're going to give you 2 weeks to get another job. Like they didn't ask about my family. It didn't matter. And I realized real quickly at a job, somebody need to hear this. At a job, you are just a number. You're just a number waiting for an expiration date, and you have an expiration date, and they're not going to tell you. It's going to come unexpected. This is what jobs do, right? And so I realized, I told myself, Michelle, I said, I don't want to work no job. I said, I can't see myself giving somebody else all this time, this sweat equity, like all these sacrifices. I almost lost my family trying to run all these numbers. And I made up my mind in the homeless shelter. I went to YouTube and I typed in how to make money online, and all this stuff came up. And make a long story short, I came online in 2018, guys. I was brand new. I just knew people were making money online. And I'm gonna show you the difference. I've been online for 8 years. My first 6 years, I really didn't make much money. Why? Because I didn't have mentorship. I didn't have a system. I didn't have no community. I didn't have no support like I wanted to. All the things that this program has, right? I didn't have any of that. So you're just winging it. Like, and I've done built teams because I've always been a really good speaker and a talker. So I've always had that like, know, and trust with people. So I built teams, but again, people fall off because they don't have your work ethic. And so it's just and James know all about this. Like, it's just a hard thing to deal with. So, guys, I ended up being a life insurance agent in 2021. I love to help people. I became a life insurance agent. I did that for 3 years. Again, a decent job. I love to help people, but broke. 60 hours a week, less than $600 a week. No family time. When I found this program in January, on January the 13th, I remember it's like yesterday. I was inside of a lady's house. She was a 72-year-old woman named Marianne. I was inside of her house. She's getting life insurance, and HIPAA's running her medical background. And so, what do we do when we're busy, when we're bored? We're just scrolling. And I'm on Facebook and I'm scrolling. And I see this post. This lady makes something about, says something about, comment info if you'd like to know how I make $600 in 2 hours or something. I can't remember what it was, but it caught my attention. And so I clicked on her profile, checked her out. Make a long story short, I got that information, opted in. I seen Michelle talking on this video, right? Never met her before, nothing. Like, she's talking this video. She was talking about some system, and she was showing some of the little people inside the community. And I'm, it just piqued my interest. 2 hour workday, 100% profit, stuff that I didn't even know nothing about. 2 days later, guys, that was on January the 15th when I joined this program. I'm tell you where I was at in my life. A week before I found this, I had negative $6.34 in the bank. And I have shared this so many times. I've taken people all over the world because I just, transparency is the best way. We were broke. I was about to get divorced. I'm just being honest. Like, it was bad. My daughter wouldn't even staying at home because we had no groceries in the house. Was about to get it was about to get evicted, and my wife's car was about to get repoed because it was 5.5 months behind it. We used to hide it behind the house, and they used to come by looking for it, but it'd be hid in the backyard, right? So when I found this program, I had 500. I had just got my check on the 13th of January of 2024. I had like $575, $7,000 worth of outgoing expenses. Not everything's due, and I just told myself, I said, well, I have nothing, so I have nothing to lose. That was my mindset. I was willing to do anything. I said, and so when I looked at these programs, those four programs, I decided coming at it was a $300 program. I decided coming into that one. Well, I didn't have all the money, so it had a payment plan. So I paid $75. Guys, I didn't know nothing about this stuff. I just followed what was in that training. That's it. Just a country boy. In my first year, guys, this is not to brag. I'm just telling you, when you get locked in and you're serious about changing your life, you don't care what's going on. You're just trying to get out your situation. This country boy made $100,000, guys, in 4 months. And in my first year as a complete beginner, from negative $6.34 on January the 6th to 300 grand on December 31st of 2024, I cannot make this up, man. It's almost unsurreal. And I'm over 700 grand, around 720, 725, somewhere like that, in 27 and a half months. I have relocated out of an 800 square foot house that we could barely afford rent into a 1,700 square foot house, right? I'm talking about I have no bills back. Every month, on the first of every month, I get to pay off all of my bills with typically a deposit that I had coming in with the previous 72 hours. And I don't have to worry about it. That's something I never was able to do in 30 years of my life. I say this not to brag. I say this because I want you to understand it's all about learning. It's all about connecting with people who can teach you something that you don't know. Like James said, you don't know what you don't know. When I joined this, I'm just trying to find an extra $300 to $500 to keep them from repoing that car, get caught up. I could have never known in my and that job of 3 years I had, my life insurance job. I quit that job on March the 1st of 2024. It took me 6 weeks to quit my job of job of 3 years. And now, thanks to these skills, I'm getting ready to launch my own digital product soon, right? I have a community of almost 1,400 people that I love to wake up to, and I get to educate them and try to get them better, right? And it's just been giving me so much time. That's the key thing. And it's funny because now a lot of my kids' friends on social media are following me, and they're friend requesting me, and they're asking my kids, "What do your dad do?" I'm always seeing them on TikTok and Instagram and stuff. And they don't really know. They're just like, "Hey, I mean, he help people make money or something or something like that." But I share this because, guys, I want you to understand this program is simple. I seen somebody in the comments say, "Well, what are we actually doing?" Guys, You're just learning the skills. You're learning how to build a business. You're getting information and education that's going to teach you step by step in video format. You don't have to be smarter than a fifth grader to change your life this year in 2026. Everything is there for you. If you can read, write, watch a video, and just implement that and be coachable, guys, you can see some success. I can't promise you you'll make 100 grand in 4 months, but time's gonna pass by either way it goes. But we got great mentors, great coaches, great leaders, a great program, a great system, everything that you need. Only thing that you need to do is get the training. A doctor cannot be a doctor without training. A nurse cannot be a nurse without training. I was not a welder without the training. I had to go through 12 weeks of weld training to be a master welder. You have to learn something, guys. And I'm telling you, social media is just a gold mine. In my opinion, it's like, and I'm gonna tell you this how I know. So today I really haven't done much, and I made $1,200 today. $1,000 a day will keep a job away. That's just my mindset. Like I'm talking about and it just doesn't become, and I'm still baffled by this, guys. Like, and I tell people like my kids call me Facebook famous, but guys, I'm just a regular country boy. I'm just an old country boy from the sticks who just got tired of working 12 hours a day, no family time. Some my kids, I got to the point one time where they were calling me by my first name, which is a cardinal sin in my house. They were joking, but because I was never there. I was the no dad, right? And so now, thanks to this, guys, I really have freedom. There is no better feeling than waking up on a tomorrow. Lord's will I get to wake up. I get to have my coffee. And I don't wake up. I don't even have clocks in my house. I just wake up when I'm done resting. Like, it's just a great feeling. And I know there's a great possibility because of my automated system that I'm going to generate an income. I generate that income because of this system Michelle created. James generated, Logan, Michelle herself. You're going to have the same system, guys. Like, income in your sleep. Two ways to make money. You can make it in your sleep, or you can make it on your feet. I want to make it in my sleep. And so I just encourage you guys, like, you don't have to ask 10,000 questions. Let's say you come in at the 100. Okay. Like Khalif did. He came in at there and he just upgraded, guys. So coming at the best program, there's 5 of them, whatever best fits your goals and needs, man. I just encourage you guys to get a hold of this. This is me and Michelle talked about this last week, and then I'm getting off. She was like, Dara, how does it feel like that you're probably going to be a millionaire in 3 years that you join this program? Like, the thought of that, guys, because I didn't come into this business and say, oh man, I'm gonna be a millionaire. Like that stuff was so far-fetched from my mind. I'm just trying to keep the car from getting repoed. But I know that is the journey. That's where I'm headed. And like, it's almost surreal, And so, and I just love to coach, and I just love to help people. And I hate to see people just get access to this information and not understand. This is literally like a golden, this is like a lottery ticket, guys. You have everything, right? So I know I've talked a long time, and I just have so much passion about this business because it has put me in an area of my life that you couldn't. And my mom passed away years ago. She couldn't. She'd probably turn over in her grave because she realized a little country boy who grew up in a town of 800 people, it's probably gonna be a self-made millionaire one day by helping people and educating them and teaching them. All thanks to $75 that I took, Michelle. $75 has jumpstarted and built over a $700,000 business in a little bit over 2 years. Guys, you can't make this up. And this is the power of the internet, training, information, mentorship, guidance, support, all of this stuff, guys. That's what you have here in Legacy. So again, appreciate you, Michelle. I'm just grateful. Every day, I'm grateful and thankful. I don't know where I would be without this business. It has changed so much in my life, and I'm looking forward to this year, the years to come, just the space itself. And I'm looking forward to seeing all the other people who are going to eventually be six-figure income earners, millionaires. It's only a matter of time. So super excited. If you're on the fence, guys, just jump on in. This is the best place to be with the best people. So appreciate you, Michelle, again, as usual. I can talk all day about this program, guys, because it's done so much for me. So again, just grateful and blessed, and I thank God for this opportunity. And I'll say one more thing before I get off, guys. The reason why I show up every day in my community, in my business, when I was struggling and at basically rock bottom, like I'm talking about me and my wife, it was just bad. The lady who showed up. She did her 2-hour work day. She showed up. Had she not showed up that day and I not saw that information, I can't tell you that I would be here. I have no idea where I would be. But she showed up, and for some odd reason that stuck, and I have no idea where that lady is at now. But that stuck in my mind. I have to show up every day because you just never know who may see you and you may impact their lives. And I'll leave you guys with this one last thing. You have a story right now that can make you $10,000 every month. If you just get the training, get locked in, block out the noise, ask questions, and just follow the program and don't quit. It can change your life. That's it, Michelle. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much for sharing. Oh my gosh. And you guys, by the way, get started today because he's training next week in the community. So you're going to hear a lot more from Daryl coming in next week inside the community as well. So what is your next step? Your next step is get back with the person that shared this with you. They sent you an email, and in that email, scroll to the bottom of that email. There's a PS in that email. Take action. Click on that, go to their website, scroll through, look at all the programs they offer, get the one that's best for you. I'm going to share this with you. My son is supposed to be graduating tonight from college, but he didn't want to walk across the stage because he's going to grad school for 2 more years because he can run. And so bought him his dream car today. And while I was buying him his dream car, I got a $900 customer when I was paying cash for his dream car, all because of digital marketing. And I'm telling you, digital marketing has changed my family's life. And I love what Daryl said about he never thought he would be a millionaire. Heck, I never thought I could see myself making 6 figures. But I just plugged in. I gained in knowledge and I gained in skills. That's it. And like as Daryl said, we're all following the exact same system. There is nothing that we are doing that you can't do, that you can't do. So have an amazing night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. And we do these every single week to help you grow a business. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Daryl, thank you for sharing. James, Khalif, Logan, Evan, thank you guys so much for sharing. What an amazing group of men. Bye, everybody.